Hi, welcome to Real English Lab, where learning English is fun and simple. Let's dive in.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the deep dive.
Yes, welcome back.
Today we're getting ready for takeoff
That's right.
with a deep dive into travel English.
Ooh, I like that.
You know those essential phrases that can make your airport and airplane experiences just a little bit smoother?
Yeah.
We've got 3 scenarios we're going to be looking at today
Okay.
from the source material that we've got.
Sounds good.
So you'll be able to breeze through these common situations, even if you're not like a totally fluent English speaker.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's get right into it.
All right.
The first scenario we're looking at is requesting a blanket.
Ooh.
You're on a long flight, you're freezing cold, you need to warm up.
Yes.
Now, the sources that we're looking at today,
Yeah.
they point out that a lot of people actually mix up the words sheet and blanket.
Yeah, it's true.
And while, like most flight attendants would probably figure out what you mean,
Probably.
wouldn't it be better to just get it right,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
right from the start?
Or is it-
Using the correct term blanket can really help avoid any confusion.
For sure. I think, too, it shows that you've made an effort to learn the language a little bit,
Yeah, and it shows respect
Absolutely.
for the people that you're communicating with.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, okay, let's say you accidentally say sheet instead of blanket, and the flight attendant responds with, "I already fine."
Oh.
What's wrong with that?
Well, that's not quite grammatically correct
Okay.
to say that you don't need anything else. The correct phrase is actually, I'm fine. Because fine is describing how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And so you need that verb to be,
Right.
in this case am, to link the subject I to the adjective fine.
Okay, so it's a small word, but it makes a big difference.
It really does.
Yeah.
One little word can change the whole meaning of a sentence sometimes.
All right. Well, moving on from staying warm to staying fed.
All right. Yeah.
We all know airplane food can be,
Sometimes questionable,
yeah.
a little bit hit or miss. So, knowing how to order your food correctly is pretty important.
It is.
Our sources, they highlight the difference between saying something like, give me water, versus saying, can I have some water, please?
Much better.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that the first one, give me water, it comes across as really demanding and a little bit rude.
Yeah, right?
If you're on a plane and you're asking for something, it's always better to be polite.
Especially to the flight attendant.
Yes, especially to the flight attendant.
They're working hard.
They are. They're doing their best.
Know those magic words, can I have, or could I please have?
Yes,
It makes the world of difference.
it really does.
Now, the sources also point out a common mistake when it comes to tenses.
Uh-oh.
So they use the example, I take chicken pasta,
Okay.
versus I'll have the chicken pasta.
Yes.
Why is that second one so much better?
Because you're making the decision about what you want to eat in the moment, when you're up in the air.
And so you need to use that future tense, I will have,
Yeah.
to show that
Yeah.
you're deciding right then and there.
So I'll have as a way to go there.
It is. It is.
All right, so things can get a little trickier when your flight is delayed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everybody's stressed out.
Tensions are high.
Yeah, tensions are high.
Everyone wants to get where they're going.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So clear communication is essential.
it is.
Our sources, they talk about how important it is to use articles, like a and correctly.
Okay.
And they give this example of why my flight late.
Yeah.
I mean, that just sounds so...
Kind of like a caveman talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, that's
does.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, so using articles is really important because it helps the listener understand if you're talking about something specific.
Okay.
So like the flight.
Yeah.
Or something more general like a delay.
Right.
And when we leave them out, it can make what we're saying unclear.
Yeah. So the correct way to say it would be, why is my flight late?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Perfect. So that tiny little word, the,
Yeah.
makes all the difference.
It does. It does.
Okay, so let's say we want to know when our flight will actually take off.
Okay.
Our sources point out the difference between saying, when flight ready, and the correct way to say it, which is, when will the flight be ready?
Yes.
So why is that?
Well, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier with tenses.
Okay.
We're asking about something that's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
So we need to use that auxiliary verb will to show that future tense.
Okay.
So the correct way to ask that question is, when will the flight be ready?
Okay, fantastic. So today we have decoded some common travel English pitfalls.
Well, yeah.
From ordering food to inquiring about delays,
Yeah.
we've seen how even small grammatical errors
Yeah.
can actually lead to some big confusion.
They really can.
Yeah.
One little word can change everything.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're in a new place and you're trying to communicate with people who speak a different language.
Yeah. And, the good news is a little bit of practice goes a long way.
It really does. I encourage all of our listeners to try using these phrases before their next trip.
Yes.
It'll make you feel more confident, and it'll also help you communicate more effectively with native English speakers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as you're planning your next trip, think about other common travel situations where you might need specific English phrases.
Yeah.
Keep exploring, keep practicing, and you'll be navigating those airports and airplanes like a pro.
Like a pro in no time.
All right, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into travel English.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you next time. If you want more series, leave a comment and let us know.